Have you ever heard of Alexandria Bellefleur? Bellefleur?
Yes. So they're the one. She's the one that wrote "Written in the Stars," which was really big. This cover.
Huh.
I feel like it was really.
Wait, is that two women?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, does she write?
Look.
Oh my God! Oh, this one's for the ladies. I fucking love this shit. Wait, hold on. Is this a man?
Why is there a man here?
Wait, hold on. Oh. Dude.
I have never read her stories though.
Well, this is her. She looks like someone I can hang out with. She is a best-selling and award-winning author of swoony contemporary romances, often featuring lovable grumps and the sunshine character who brings them to their knees. A Pacific Northwesterner at heart, Alexandria has a weakness for good coffee, IPA, and voodoo donuts.
Ooh, voodoo donuts?
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to try them, but anytime I'm near one, the line is way too long.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you're the same way. I'm like thinking to myself, how do I justify waiting that long for a donut?
You know, I recently had
donuts.
It was like people come from different parts of the world to come try this cinnamon roll.
What?
Do you know the one I'm talking about?
No.
It's near us.
I didn't even know.
I went.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most disappointing.
Dude, don't say that. There's this one specific donut place that I really want to go to. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like really big on like TikTok. It's like a donut place in Vegas. I don't know what it's called. But it's this like really nice lady who's always like, oh, I got this special order from this celebrity. And so like, watch me make
Oh, yes. Dude, are you down? Let's road trip it.
I'm down for the donuts and that's it. We get there. They're not that good. Dude. I think her creme brulee one is the most popular one. Is that the one with the sugar top?
Mm-hmm.
It is, right? Okay, so that one is her most popular, I think.
Dude. Oh, I love that shit. Why are you talking about sweets?
Because I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But we're getting close.
By the way, one of her talents is that she is able to read smutty books in public while keeping her cool.
Wow, what a talent.
I can't keep my cool ever.
I can't read anything in public.
Have you ever? Have you taken
kidding.
a book with you?
Yeah, dude, I've read.
I've read during jury duty.
I'm not gonna admit that. No, there's one other place that you shouldn't read smut, but I did.
Wait,
I'm not. No,
wait, I'm curious.
I'm not gonna say it.
I can't think of anywhere I've been where I shouldn't, because I feel like when I've read it and I know I shouldn't be reading it there, I stop.
Oh.
I can't continue. Because remember I told you when I was reading Phantasma, there was a point that was really spicy and I was like, that feels wrong. So I like triple sped it because I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. I don't think I'm brave enough.
I guess that is a talent if you think about it. Because I mean, sometimes I do make reactions. Like if I'm reading something super cute, I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful.
I feel like I have a bigger reaction to fluff.
To fluff?
Than I do to spice.
Yeah, me too. Or angst. I'm just like, fuck! It's getting good.
But
I was going to ask you a question though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cheli, do you find firefighters hot? Please look me in the eyes while you answer this.
I think I do. I think so.
You think so?
I just remembered that one video of that one YouTuber, the Brittany Broski, where she was really high and she like went to her friend and she's like, I can't be a firefighter. I'm not strong enough. And they were like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to do it. I can't do it. And she was like losing it. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever looked at a firefighter.
Me
Wait,
neither.
what do they look like?
Like firefighters?
No, but what's their fit?
Have you ever seen like the firefighters like calendar?
No. Oh, you mean like the
sexy one?
The sex? Well, just a normal firefighter.
The regular calendar. Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna look up firefighter sexy calendar.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Firefighting like this? Imagine you're fucking in your house, flames. You're scared. And it's like, Miss, I got you. And this man walks up.
I would not trust that man. I would not
funny.
trust that man. He doesn't look like
he has
been.
a little cat on him.
Well, he probably rescued that cat.
Oh shit!
I didn't
Why
realize.
Is that a trope
I didn't realize
or a stereotype.
how many times how many times firefighters have to save a cat. Let me tell you something.
Not a common thing.
When I had a cat stuck in my car. That sounds weird.
Remember that?
They were in the hood of my car.
Can you?
I had to call. Who the fuck did I call? I don't remember who I called. I think it was like Animal Services, I think it was. And I called them. First of all, I went to work thinking the whole time, I think there's a cat in the hood of my car because I could have sworn I heard me. Dude, I was so fucking scared. I heard meowing. I swear to you. So I drove back home because I had barely left home. I drove back home. I was panicking. I ran in. I was like, Mom, I think there's a cat in my car. And my mom has this thing where she's just like, hi, there's not a cat in your car. There's not. And I was like, I swear, I think there is one. Yeah. So we opened the hood of my car. She doesn't even want to look in. She's just kind of like, I don't see anything. Yeah. Just go work. So I was like looking in, didn't see anything, closed it. Drove home, drove to work really, really slow. But I was just like, I'm so scared. I think there's a cat in here. And so then I got to work. I parked. I opened the hood again. Didn't see anything. I don't remember at what point. I think after I finished my shift. Afterwards, I sat in my car and I was like, I still think there's a cat in my car. So I opened it. And I think I saw it at that point.
I think you took a picture of it.
Yeah, I did. Oh my God. It was a tiny black cat. But it would hiss at me. And I was like, okay, listen, I'm not a pet person. I'm really scared. I'm really scared this cat is going to claw at me. Yeah. And I've seen people with like claw marks, like the scratches. And I'm just like scared, honestly. So I think I called Animal Services. I really, really don't remember who I called. But a lady answered me and she was like, okay, where are you? And I said where I was. And she was like, okay, someone will be right there with you. But it literally took like an hour. I remember it was like 30, 40 minutes. Yeah. I called them back and I was like, hey, someone told me they were going to come, but I'm like, I don't see anyone. Yeah. And then eventually someone did come by, but I don't remember if they came in a fire truck. I'll be honest. I literally.
A hot ass fire. No. Miss! And then it's like running in a six-pack and a bunch of saved cats.
It's like shirtless. I really don't remember what he came in. I think it might have been like a van or something.
I remember where, I don't know if you went to school. Your brother went to the same school I went to when I was a kid. I remember because we used to check who his teachers were. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I used to go to that school around second grade. One of the girls was playing, because you know how the monkey bars, the type of pipe they're made out of? By the monkey bars, there was like this little fencing area, and she stuck both of her legs through the fence. And I was like, that's not a good idea. And I remember telling her that. I was like, that's not a good idea. And she was just like, oh, whatever. I'm just dangling my legs. And then they did the freeze bell where everyone freezes. Yeah. And then the, okay, line up bell. And so we were going to line up and she was like, I can't move. And we were like, just stop lying. And, we were trying to pull her and we couldn't get her out. Yeah. And she automatically started freaking out. And we did too. So we ran to our teacher. We're like, she's gonna die there.
Oh
like we were freaking out. And I remember they kept all of us outside for some reason, which, what a weird move. You would think they'd get the kids out of there. But I remember they brought the firefighters, because you remember how the firefighters building is right across the street from that school? Yeah. They brought them and they had to like bend the pipes to get her out. And I think that's the first time I've ever been like, whoa.
What a strong man. What a strong individual.
Yeah. He's like wiping his sweat.
Like drenches his shirt.
Yes, little second grade me being like, I get it.
Oh my God. All that to say, Cheli, do you think a story...
Oh, we haven't even started.
I know we haven't started. Do you think a story revolving around Christmas, of course, because this is the Under the Mistletoe collection. This is what, book 4? Do you think a firefighter always saving the protagonist from crazy situations. Do you think that could fix your life?
I do.
Good. Welcome to another episode of the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. Christmas X Firefighter edition. I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm your host, Cheli. We're so deep in this collection.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't see an end, and I'm scared.
You're scared? Why? I thought you loved it. I thought you loved Christmas.
I love Christmas.
Between you and I think you're the Christmas fanatic.
Really? I think you're the Halloween fanatic.
Thank you.
I forgot to answer, but you sent me a thing that was like best friends. What was it? Best friends always have to have someone whose name ends in an E and the other one in an
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's literally us.
That's us. Oh gosh. Dude, I love Christmas. I went shopping yesterday for all the ornaments. So after we're done, I'm going to go
decorate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were decorating.
Yeah, I did too. I love Christmas so fucking much. I am a Christmas fanatic. I think it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of these stories that we kept reading just put me in such a bad place.
Why?
They just kept getting worse.
You think they got worse?
Yeah, I do.
Worse than All by My Elf? Actually, don't answer that. Let's first discuss the story before we start comparing the short stories amongst each other.
Why don't we talk about what her name is?
Everleigh?
Everleigh Dangerfield.
Dangerfield! Oh
what type of name is that?
Well, she's danger. She's always putting herself in danger, though, because I find it so funny that this starts off with a 911 call from a neighbor who's like, oh my god, there's smoke coming from next door, lots of it. I think my neighbor's in trouble. So Everleigh is like trying to bake some cookies, but instead of bake, she put broil. Yeah. And so she's in trouble, and she's just in her underwear. So then the firefighters come in. Oh, of course, there's a sexy firefighter.
There's a sexy one who
catches her. Oh
yeah. His name is Brantley.
Griffin
Brantley. But they call him Brantley when he's there. Mm-hmm. And they're all just kind of like, dude, the captain hella went off on her. It's like, you don't know how to cook? You don't know how to use the stove?
You don't know how to make cookies?
Yeah, you're just dumb like that?
She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And afterwards, Brantley is just standing at the door, and he's like, so you feeling that?
They had a moment though, because she was on the counter, I think, and she like tripped or something, and he caught her, and he looked at her socks, and it said Santa's little ho ho ho. It was a elf on a stripper pole, I think. Yeah. And they kind of like had a moment like, haha, that's so funny. That's so funny. And I don't remember if they flirted.
They did.
Again.
They did at this point. And he was like, hey, I'm off on Wednesday. And she was like, yeah, well, I'm only here for a month.
Yeah, because she's cleaning up this place.
It was her grandma's place. Mm-hmm. And he's just, it was her grandma who had recently passed away 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. But he's just kind of like, well, I'm here. So,
but they kind of had a banter between them, because there was a moment when she was like, it takes a few more jokes at my expense of my. It takes a lot more than a few jokes at the expense of my baking abilities to hurt my feelings. And he's like, you mean a lack of baking abilities?
Damn.
She's like, wow, you think you're real cute, huh?
But then there was a part where she was like, I don't do casual sex. And he was like, whoa, very,
very forward of you
to assume that I want sex.
Mm. And she's like, well, don't you want to go out? Yeah, I do. But not have sex.
Man. The next time they get a 911 call.
But he calls her trouble.
Yeah.
He's like, Dangerfield, you're more like trouble.
I can't.
You got the ick?
Dude, yes, I can't. I saw this one video. It was like a POV video on TikTok where it was like that guy best friend who's about to risk it all. And it's like him walking up to the girl and a really long, awkward hug. And he pulls away and he's just like, there she is.
Oh my God.
That's how I felt when he was like, oh, you're trouble.
Was it like
Yeah.
you saw this recently? Like when you were reading this, or
I think I saw this yesterday.
Oh.
I can't do that. So when Griffin was like, your name's Dangerfield, but they should call you Trouble.
He's trying to flirt.
I get it.
He's trying to be cute.
But I don't get it.
He's trying to be cutesy. And it didn't work out. But anyway, so then in the next chapter, there's another 911 call.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking to myself, no way, Everleigh. You got yourself into a pickle again?
Yeah, she did.
So it says, 911, what's your emergency? My neighbor needs help. She fell. Can you tell me the address where she fell? Okay, whatever.
They say her address.
And then she was on the roof, and the ladder she was on broke. She slipped. My husband went to get our ladder, but it wasn't tall enough. None of our ladders are tall enough. And yeah, so now the firefighters are on their way.
And when they go get her, they get a ladder. I think Griffin is the one that goes up there and gets her down.
Mm-hmm. Carries her down.
She was basically trying to put up Christmas lights that belonged to her grandma.
Mm-hmm. Because her grandma always had really nice Christmas lights. So she really wanted to keep that tradition going for this year. But then the ladder fell and broke.
So
I was so confused in this moment because I was thinking, how did the ladder break?
You know, I don't know.
Something just fell on it or what?
He carries her down, and then they have like a conversation about
why she was even up there in the first place.
And that's when she brings up like, okay, well, my grandma used to do this and I haven't put up her stuff. And it basically shows that she's still grieving her grandma. Mm-hmm. Doesn't it kind of feel like the grandma didn't really have to be mentioned in this story?
You know what I had in mind? I had the thought, it kind of feels like, I don't want to be mean, but it kind of feels like in a lot of these situations, it's always like when the grandma's already gone, you know? Mm-hmm. And they're trying to pick up the pieces or clean up or something. I don't know. I kind of wish we would see more of the grandma before they're gone.
I didn't care about this lady.
I know. I didn't know anything about her.
I did not feel any tension between them.
But they tried so hard,
So I don't remember where she goes, but when she comes back home, she realizes that someone put up the lights for her.
So she leaves because she broke her hand or she twisted her hand or something. And so her neighbors are like, oh, let's take you to the emergency room so you can, get checked. So she leaves for a couple hours. And then when she's on her way back with her neighbors, they're like talking to her, and then all of a sudden they see all of these lights on her house, and she's just like touched because obviously it was the firefighter because he's the only one that knows how much this would mean to her.
So she then makes cookies and goes to visit the fire department to give it to him, and everyone there is like, "Oh my gosh, you're Dangerfield, you're famous around here." And then the captain was like, "Well, you're actually infamous around here."
Yeah. I thought it was funny though that she's bringing cookies because it's like, girl, didn't you burn your first batch?
I know. How can I trust you after that? But she brings cookies and all of them are like, yeah, Brantley has not stopped talking about you. So
what is there to say? This girl's always getting herself in trouble. He doesn't know anything about her yet.
He does not. I feel like she knows way more about him because he's the type of guy, because he's so young, that takes really long shifts during Christmas so that his coworkers can spend it with their family.
Wow, so selfless. Would you do that?
Hell no.
Me
Dude,
neither. Me neither. I remember last year, I don't know, some year, there was these posts that I would see where it was like, am I supposed to feel bad that you didn't plan ahead and ask for these days off ahead of time? And I asked for these days off. Yep. But you want me to take your shift because you didn't plan ahead. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, I don't have kids, but I do also value my time.
I agree with you. Mm-hmm. So they end up deciding to go on a date, and I think they go to like a boardwalk type area, right?
They're going to like a dinner. Well, they went to the dinner first, and then doesn't he say, "Oh, there's like this yacht light show"?
Oh, it's like a parade. It's like a light show. Yeah, you're right.
But they decorate the boats.
Mm-hmm. Did she fall in the water?
No, somebody fell in the water, and for some reason she jumps in.
which is crazy. She's
and
never...
saves them.
What? That's so weird to me that she did that.
Because he left her alone for a little bit because I think he was going to grab them a drink. Or I don't remember what he was doing. But then in that moment, somebody fell in the water and she was like, I'll save you. Jumps in, saves them.
Wow.
I was kind of bummed because they didn't really get to have a date then. Like this, I liked the idea of this date, to be honest. Like them seeing lights on the yacht. That seemed cool. And there was a theme too. But then they ended up going to his house and he was like, okay, here's some extra PJs. Showers over there. Take your time.
Oh, yeah. Because, okay. Did they have sex? I don't remember the spice in this book.
I think they did, but I felt like, okay, I could be wrong, but I felt like it wasn't that long. Right?
Was this the Fade to Black one? There was one that it felt like they didn't really explain anything.
And don't you just love that the conflict in this story is that, oh no, they did have sex. Because this is the one where he told her, I had a physical last month. I'm good. I can show you my test results if you want. And she says, no, I trust you. And then she has an IUD, so they don't have to use a condom. So it's like, okay, you're just going to trust this man that you don't even know? What? Some of these people. Atrevidos. How do you translate that?
Daring.
They're very daring. They don't care. Oh, I was going to say, don't you just love that the conflict in the story was that, you know, she was just here for like 2 months to clean up her grandma's house and he wanted to date her seriously. He didn't want to just have a one night stand. He was like, I want this to be for real. And she was like, I can't stay. And then, you know, after they have sex, which I'm sure was mind blowing. Oh my God, I thought it was so funny because they were going to have sex in the shower. But he was like, but you know, your track record.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to the bed instead. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, so at the end of the book, he's like, so do you really have to leave at the end of the month? Everleigh smiled softly, stomach fluttering and heart thundering. You know, I was thinking I might actually stick around. The end.
Wow.
That's how it ends. I feel like this spice was definitely not crazy.
I don't remember it.
Actually, I don't remember it either. I think at this point I was tapped out. I was like,
yeah,
whatever.
Dude, I was tapped out too.
I was tapped out with the spice.
I mean, it wasn't the worst one.
I don't think it was the worst one either.
Out of the 4, my fave is still the first one.
Okay.
And my least fave is still the third one.
Okay.
But as of now, with this book, I don't care about it, and I think I would also give it a 1.
Really?
Yeah. Because I didn't care about any of the characters. And the whole Dangerfield thing,
okay, yes, I did find it cringy. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. It's cringe. I don't like that he was like, I'm gonna call you Treble. But I felt like the premise, the idea, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
And the writing, I didn't have a problem with the writing besides, you know, those few cringy lines. I feel like I did enjoy the story overall. It did not make me cringe the way that the second one did in terms of the spice. And it didn't bore me like the third one did. So I feel like I would give it a 3.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, listen. We'll in the next one, which is our 5th and last one, we'll discuss overall where I would put all of them. But I feel like compared to the second and the third one, I liked it more.
Okay, I will
I think you were just tapped out. Maybe you were being a little judgy. This book had a better rating than I think the last 2. So look at that. I'm not alone on this boat. On this yacht.
Okay. No, I don't
I'm not
agree.
alone on this yacht. I'm not alone. You're wrong.
I don't agree with you.
I think you were just tapped out, and so you were judging.
I think I might have been a little tapped out. That being said, I still think this is not a great story. To anyone who's listening,
it's a novella.
We
fight after this. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
To anyone who's listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you could please leave a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our next reads for the new year, that would be amazing. If you want to support us and you have a little bit of extra money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon, and it really just serves as a way for our listeners to let us know that you really enjoy our content. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can find us on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix, or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. We've also been doing all of the stories from this Christmas collection. So if you want to listen to our last 3 episodes, I feel like you should. We're really going through it.
Yeah, go on this journey with us.
Yeah. If you
and
wanna...
also let us know down below if you've read them, what you think about them.
Please read them. They're really short. It's a good conversation. If you would like to support us on social media, we have a Fable, a Goodreads, a Threads, and an Instagram at the Book Fix Pod, and a TikTok at the Book Fix. Okay, why don't we read some reviews? I would love to read a negative review.
Okay. You mean your own review?
Can I read this one and I'll translate it afterwards?
Okay.
Agos gave it a 1 out of 5 and wrote, Dios, cada vez son peores.
Oh my God, that sounds like something you would say.
God,
translate it.
God, every single, how would you say that?
It's like saying every single one is worse than the last.
Yes.
So it's like getting worse, basically.
That's so funny.
Okay, so my positive review comes from Stacy. Gave it 5 out of 5 and wrote, I would have devoured a full-length book of these 2, but somehow this small set of pages worked for them.
Damn. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm sure you can hear the background. Someone is blow drying some leaves. Blow drying. Blowing with a little blow dryer.
Wait. Let's quiet down. I want to see. He's going on.
Oh my God. He's making a little song. As you can tell, I'm exhausted. So this has been such a fun Christmas journey. I love it so much.
I love it too.
I love it so much. I hope you're having fun.
I am. I can't wait for your fiance to show up with food.
Oh my God, me too. Me too. Okay, let's finish this up.